Hi, this is Ushio. Welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. We're on the Aftermath mod, and we're having a bit of a fun time with Bryce's route. So we just had a bit of a drinking game. All of us got absolutely destroyed. We all got really drunk, really passed out, and yeah, we just collapsed. And now we are back on the next day. Hopefully we haven't got much of a hangover, but we're going to find out what happens next. The next day was a rather slow day at work. All the patrol routes were occupied by guards, so Angel Squad was left on call if we were needed. So to pass the time until we were called into action, we decided to play a few card games. Nothing, right? I guess we went from being understaffed to overstaffed pretty fast. Seems that way, yeah. An hour passed by and nothing seemed to be happening. That's when Adine entered the station with a distressed look on her face. Oh, Adine. Hello. Afternoon. Hey guys. What's up? You look like you lost your favourite necklace or something? It's a lot worse than that. Have any of you seen Remy? I asked around town and nobody seems to know where he is. No, not that I know of. Me neither. I got nothing. When was the last time you saw him? I saw him last night before he went out. He said he had to substitute for an evening class. But he never came back? I'm really worried about him. What if he's hurt? Or worse, you know? I know he's still struggling with depression. What if he... Oh, I can't even imagine such a thing. How will I ever explain that to Amelie and Vara? By now, Adine was extremely frantic. She began to cry and collapsed into a chair behind her. Don't worry, Adine. We'll find him. Would you mind staying a moment to give us the details, though? Oh, of course. Penthouse. This is Angel Squad Leader Brood. We're going on a missing person case. Victim's girlfriend is here to give details. Description to follow. Go ahead. White male dragon, white horns, blue eyes, mid-20s, last seen wearing a red tie, round glasses. Copy, Brute. Time and date last seen. About 5:30 last night. Copy that, Penthouse. Copy, stand by for orders. Okay, that was easy. Angel Squad, you're in charge of the case. Details will be sent to you ASAP. Roger, Penthouse. We'll take it from here, Adine. Go home, try and take it easy. Just bring it home in one piece, okay? Count on us. Remy's going to be back as if nothing ever happened. Thanks. Okay. So apparently this isn't the first case of a dragon going missing. 2 more dragons went MIA in the past week. Okay, we got any details on the other 2 victims? You know them, Lorem and Anna. Really? What? Anything else we need to know? Eyewitnesses claim they saw a black van leaving the area where each dragon vanished. The suspect is Dr. Albert Luther, former head of the genetics department of the science facility before Anna took over. He was demoted for making unsafe work conditions for his employees. Apparently he was on the verge of a groundbreaking discovery before he was given the hook. He said he beat Anna's team in the discoveries being made, and that he would find info on human and dragon similarities before they did. Luther went absent without leave about a week ago, just 2 days before Anna's disappearance. These missing dragon cases are just too close together to be coincidental, you know. Furthermore, the suspected van he used was reported heading east toward the Barren district. That's the perfect place for a hideout, no one lives there. How big is the Barren district? About as big as 2 large neighbourhoods combined. It's pretty big. Okay, let's move. So people being kidnapped? We made our way to the Barren district in a guard cruiser. We spent about an hour patrolling, but we didn't find anything yet. Okay, we use codenames from now on, understood? Roger, Chief. I mean, Brood. Let's split up and see what we can find. Grayscale, we need your eyes in the sky. Okay, way ahead of you. Speedster, you cover the north end of the area. Got it. Ush, you're with me. Yes sir. As Bryce and I set out to scan the area, he seemed surprised at what he was seeing. I can only assume this is why it's called the Barren District. Well, yeah. What happened here? About a year ago, some raiders breached the wall and started attacking the city. They started a fire that just kept on going. What made things worse was that the government was desperate to conserve as much water as possible, so the firefighters were limited on how much they could use. When I said it was as big as 2 neighbourhoods, I meant it. It's literally 2 neighbourhoods that got burned down. Hundreds of people died in the fire, and a lot of them were trapped in their homes. Damn. Why the hell would they just set a fire like that? They didn't have anything to lose by doing so. They just did it because they could. They didn't want money or food or anything. Some people just want to watch the world burn. In this case, literally. Angel Squad, status update. Speedster here, empty so far. Grayscale, I got nothing. Wait, Brute. What's up? I pointed in the direction of a small warehouse. Right in plain view was a black van parked on the side. Ushta, Speedster and Grayscale, we've got eyes on the van. It's outside a small warehouse on the south end. Copy, Ush. Alright, Speedster, what's your 20? I'm picking you up. Bryce and I waited for Maverick and Sebastian to arrive. When they were in sight, Bryce shined his badge in the sunlight to signal them. So, this is it. Time to show that arsehole what happens when you mess with the dragon. Calm down, Maverick. We can't just go barging in there without thinking. Who knows what this guy's capable of? He's an old coot who's throwing a tantrum over the fact that he can't treat his employees however he wants. Doesn't sound like much of a threat to me. I should remind you that he's already kidnapped 3 dragons and or possibly killed them. Okay, what do you suggest then? We need to approach this with the idea that they're still alive. We use stealth to enter and we take him down while he's unaware of it. Before you ask, we're trying to capture him alive. Fine, we'll do it your way. But keep your weapons drawn, just in case. Roger. Okay, we entered the warehouse as quietly as possible. Sebastian and I had our guns drawn, while Maverick and Bryce relied on their teeth and claws as weapons. Do you hear that? We all took a moment to listen to what sounded like the hum of a generator and some machinery being operated. We followed the source of the noise and were led to the basement of the warehouse. I put my ear to the door and listened. I could hear the muffled sounds of talking and shouting. I slowly opened the door and saw another hallway. The voices became clearer. We approached the corner of the hallway and I looked from behind it to get a view of the situation. Sure enough, I saw Anna, Lorem and Remy all locked up in cages like animals. And then a man walked into view. You better let us go right now or you're going to be sorry. So you can report me to the city guard? I don't think so. Look, we'll pretend it never happened. We'll say we volunteered to help your research or something. I can't take any risks. Once I'm done with you 3, you're going to be in a garbage compactor. Please, I've got a family here. What do you even want from us? I want to study your anatomy without distraction from guidelines and law enforcement. Silly human, I can tell you firsthand that not doing things by the book always gets you caught. Yeah, but they pardoned you for your crimes. It's quite baffling considering you abandoned your own daughter to save your own scales. At least my research was used to save lives, and you're only using your research to line your pockets with cash. You're a disgrace to scientists everywhere, Luther. You're one to talk. Ah shit, what's the plan, boss? He appears to be unarmed, so I'll say we got a good chance if we go in now without a problem. Hold on, Bryce. That's not the best idea, perhaps? You said it yourself. He managed to capture 3 dragons on his own. So, what do you think we should do? Before I could think of anything, Sebastian sneezed. Oh, nice one. Who's there? Damn it. With our cover blown, we slowly emerged from the corner. Sebastian and I pointed our guns at Luther. City guard, place your hands where I can see him. Oh, city guard. Of course you're here to rescue these 3, correct? It's over, Luther. Surrender now. Make it easy on yourself. Not a chance. Oh, what is this? Luther pulled out a gun and opened fire, forcing us to take cover. I returned fire, prompting Luther to hide behind one of his machines. The gunfight ensued for some time, with Sebastian joining in on the shooting. Bryce just ended up throwing things in Luther's direction. Stop it. You're ruining the research. You're going to have a lot more than just your research ruined. As the gunfight went on, I managed to get Luther twice in the chest. He collapsed on the ground with blood oozing from his wounds. The action came to a halt, and I slowly approached the wounded scientist. Come quietly now, old man. It's only going to get worse. If you shot a dude twice in the chest, that guy is dead. I'd rather die than go to prison. He took a grenade from his pocket and immediately pulled the pin. Ah shit, out of nowhere, Bryce tackled me away from the grenade. Okay, so there was that explosion. Oh shit. How are we doing? Ushio, as everything came back into view, I opened my eyes to see Bryce standing over me, our faces just inches away from each other. Are you okay? I mean, I think so. Good, that was a close one. Is everybody else okay? I don't know, I haven't checked on anybody else yet. And Luther? Let's just say he's half the man he used to be. Oh wow, I chuckled because I knew exactly what he meant, and yet that was a little disturbing as well. Alright, how's everyone doing? As Bryce helped me to my feet, Maverick and Sebastian helped the others out of their cages. Are you guys okay? A few cuts here and there, but I think I'm okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, thanks guys. Especially you, Maverick, for shielding me from the bullets and the debris. Yeah, well, protecting innocent lives is our duty. More like protecting Anna's your personal duty, Maverick. Shut it, Seb. Alright, there's no shame in admitting it. I saw the look on your face when you first heard she was one of the missing dragons. You should have seen him, Anna. He was totally freaking out. That's enough out of you, Sebastian. Okay. That shut him up. You know, Maverick, I was thinking that maybe we should hook up again. What do you say? I guess it's worth another shot. Oh, that was easy. I mean, yeah, I'd really like it. You two go together like ice cream and chocolate syrup. Shut up, Remy. Bryce and I personally took Remy home to his family. We told him to wait in the van for his cue. Evening, Nadine. Hey, have you found anything yet? I believe you placed an order for a rescued boyfriend. As Bryce finished his sentence, Remy came out of the back of the van. Remy, that's it. Careful, Nadine, I'm a little bruised right now. Sorry. Don't be, you must have been worried sick. Nadine embraced Remy more gently this time and kissed him repeatedly as tears of joy flowed from her eyes like a waterfall. Oh Remy, thank goodness you're okay. Where have you been? It's a long story, I'll tell you when we get inside. Totally got kidnapped. Okay. Thanks so much for bringing him home safe. Don't mention it. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Have a good night, you two. To you as well. Happy ending. Yeah, kids, Daddy's home. The sounds of Abby and Vara cheering were music to my ears. It was the confirmation that we had completed our mission. It sure feels good to see a family reunited like that. I know, it's really heartwarming. That must be what happens to soldiers when they come home from war. I mean, I wouldn't know, because there's never really been a war in a long time, at least in my lifetime. We hopped back into the patrol van to clock out for the night. I never got to say this back when you did it, but nice shot on Luther. Thanks, I'm kinda surprised myself actually. I'm not that good with guns. Well, you'll always be better than me when it comes to that. It's such a hassle to have to hold the pistol while hobbling on 3 other legs. I doubt I'll ever be able to hold a rifle. Imagine me running on 2 legs, holding one of those things. I bet I'd look ridiculous. The bad guys won't be laughing once you've rid of them of bullets. Oh well, you've already had it one. Oh my god. You already got experience with one concealed weapon. Okay, let's do it. What are you talking about? Ah. And you're the victim of its power. I don't think I'm a victim if I'm enjoying it. Okay, still, you know my capabilities. And on the drive, something began to bother me. Bryce's words from last night echoed through my mind. He wouldn't be my first either, or even my 4th. It made me wonder if Bryce would ever commit to one person, or just find someone new every once in a while. I didn't want to bring it up to avoid an awkward situation, but something in my mind was making me doubt that my relationship with Bryce will be long-lived. I could be wrong though, maybe I'm different to him. Something wrong? No, I'm fine. You should probably talk that out though. The thoughts and doubts I had on the drive over continued, and it seemed like Bryce could tell that was not fine at all. As I put my key into the door, he stopped me. Hey, something's clearly bothering you, I can kinda tell. You can talk to me, you know, I'll listen. Well, this might not be the most appropriate time to ask it. Don't worry, I think it's more important that you get it off your chest. Okay, so where do you see us in a year or so? Fighting crime and saving lives, of course. No, I mean, us. You mean, our relationship? I nodded hesitantly. That's kind of a big question. What brought that to your attention? It kind of crossed my mind when we were having a little game last night, when you mentioned your dating experiences, and then the thoughts got stronger today. I see where you're going. You're worried that I'm going to kick you to the curb soon, right? That's why I said now might not be the best time to ask. Whatever you've heard or assumed about me is completely wrong. My relationships have been short-lived because I was usually the one who gets dumped. People come to me because they find me super attractive, but my drinking habits are usually the deal breaker for them. Once they've had enough, they just leave and forget I ever existed. He turned away and sat on the porch, gazing up at the moonlight. After a while, I started to just go along with the fact that my relationships would never be permanent. I just lived in the moment and enjoyed the experience while it lasted, because I knew eventually it would be over. There have been a few I gave the hook myself, but most of the time I'm the one cut loose. As much as he tried to hold back, a few tears escaped and ran down his face. I'm sorry if I give you the wrong impression. I just figured you would end up like everybody else who's ever dated me. So, if you think that our relationship isn't going to last, I understand. It wouldn't be the first time. It broke my heart to see Bryce so upset. I slowly walked over to him and sat next to him, leaning against his massive forelegs. Bryce, I'm the one who should apologise. I didn't realise that my question would do that to you. It's okay. Well, you didn't know. And now I do. And I say I want the relationship to last. Are you sure my alcoholism won't be too much of a burden? I promise, and I'll help you in any way I can. Thanks, dude. Bryce leaned his head down and kissed my forehead. It was good to see him smile again. And I promise I'll seek help. In fact, I signed up for rehab just the other day. Really? Yeah, and my first session starts tomorrow, so let's have that party that we had last night where everybody got drunk as our last drinking session. Good news, Bryce. Of course, there's nothing wrong with drinking your arse off as long as it doesn't become a common thing. Oh, believe me, I'm not quitting alcohol completely. We'll have plenty more contests in the future. After all, I'm the champion of drinking contests. I need to keep the title. But they're gonna be less common than they used to be. I want to go to sleep sober for once. We laughed together and continued to look on at the night sky. A gust of autumn wind blew past us, making me shiver. Are you cold? A little bit, yeah. Then why don't we take it inside? Okay, in we go. After the grueling day of violence and conflict, Bryce and I finally had a moment to relax. I laid on the bed first, and Bryce quickly followed behind onto the empty space. I stared at the blank ceiling for a long time, and then I closed my eyes to reminisce about my adventure. But that was a mistake. Just as good memories of my attempts stirred my mind, so did bad memories, especially of Bryce. When he exploded, he got blown up. Hey, are you okay? What about you? I can't move, just go. It'll be any second now. That's when he got shot up. Snap out of it. I jerked awake to see Bryce poised over me, a look of deep concern showing. Even when he was right in front of me, the pain of losing him was still there. Bryce. I began to cry a little as Bryce slumped over to the side and pulled me close. What's going on? Sorry, my memories of the other timelines were lingering in my head. How I wish I could forget it all. You've seen me die, haven't you? I buried my face in Bryce's chest as his arms wrapped around me. It's okay. You did it. You stopped it from happening this time. It doesn't mean I can just forget all the times I had to sit by and watch you suffer. Damn, all this time, I didn't think you'd understand what I've been through as a cop. But I think you've endured as much as I have, maybe even more. I've seen people die, but never someone I loved. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Well, for me it was worth it, because now I can focus on the present and look forward to the future. A future that I hope you're going to be a part of, Bryce. Of course. I turned to look up at him, and he moved his head down to kiss me. He didn't hesitate to get his tongue into the action. After a long, tender moment of passion, I felt something poke my leg. Oh my god. Is that what I think it is? Oh my god, maybe. Bryce grabbed me and pulled me into his chest. I felt his tongue graze my neck again, followed by a series of sharp pokes. Don't bite my head off, please. That would certainly ruin the moment, wouldn't it? You can taste me, but please don't eat me. Okay, I'll be gentle. With my mouth, anyway. Here, let me make it feel better. He then placed his lips where his teeth had poked me. Chills ran down my spine. It even tickled a little. After a few more kisses, Bryce grabbed my arms and pinned me down, giving me a lustful glare that told me it was time for round 2. There's no escape and there's no turning back. You're mine. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love you, Bryce. I love you too. I finally did it. Dragonkind is safe. Humanity is on the road to recovery. And I now serve as a protector of our new civilization with Bryce as my partner. For the first time in what feels like an eternity, I was looking forward to the future. And I think that is the end of the mod. That was quite a fun one. Some nice drunken games. And a nice little heart-to-heart that kind of resolved a couple of the issues that came throughout the main game. I hope you enjoyed this mod. We've still got a Dean's route to go. And this is Ushio signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.